I know I'm not the only mom who likes to hide away. Hey, it's Ereena George, and welcome to my closet, aka Mommy's Closet. Come on in. It's a place for us to get away and discuss the things moms love to talk about, whether it's health, relationships, these kids, our spouses. This is where we come to talk our shit. Be sure to join my Facebook group, Be Momific with Ereena George. It's where we can continue the conversation outside of this podcast so that I can hear what you think and how you feel on the topic. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today, I'm just going to sit back and kind of shoot the shit. And I just really want to talk about some things that I'm noticing in my own kids, and you might be noticing it in yours as well. For those of you who do not know, I'm Ereena George, and I'm here in Mommy's Closet, also known as my closet. So if you're watching me on YouTube, these are my clothes. I'm actually sitting in my closet. It's my way to get away and kind of remove myself from the kids who are always looking for me. Now, speaking of getting away, is it just me? Like, this can't just be me. I fake sleep, and I do it mainly on Saturday mornings. My husband works on Saturdays, so for me, my kids they listen out and wait for daddy to leave so that they can bum rush my room. Now, I have a 14-year-old daughter and an 11-year-old son, and they still bum rush my room on Saturdays. So for many, many years, I just kind of allow them to come in. But now that they're so big, I'm like, no, I just want to sleep in. Like, leave me alone. So I'll be on my phone on a Saturday in my bed, kind of like looking through my emails and checking my social media. And then I'll hear footsteps. And I'm like, and I put the phone down. And then I lay there, and I'm like, I lay there, and I'm awake, but I'm acting like I'm not awake, and I'm closing my eye, and I have one eye like half open because I'm trying to see which one it is, if they're coming in, so I lay there with basically one eye open, and then when they do come in the room, I'm silent. On the inside, I'm laughing, and the laugh wants to come out, but I'm super silent, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I wonder if they're gonna come over to listen to me breathe, or if they heard me standing by the door, was I laughing at something, and this is why they're coming in, and they know for sure that I'm not sleeping. Like, literally today, my daughter came in the room, and I had my phone in my hand, and I dropped it, kind of like, and I faked like I was sleeping, and she said, Ma, I saw you. I know you're not sleeping. Why do you always do that? Like, why are you always fake sleeping? And I try to explain to her, it's early in the morning on a Saturday. I do not have to work today unless I'm working on my own business, which means I'm not getting up super early to work because I don't have to. I've already done the gym at 6 this morning. So if I go to the gym and I come home and I get back in bed, it's because I want to relax. But with my daughter, it's like, when I'm up, I'm up. And if I'm up, you should be up. Everybody else should be up. And that's just how it is. So it's kind of weird with her. And again, she's 14 and she's still up under me. Her brother, on the other hand, he wakes up a bit later in the morning. But it's the same thing. When he wakes up, he goes to the bathroom. He comes in my room. He wants to see what I have on TV. He also wants to know what's for breakfast. And I'm like, it's Saturday. You're 11. You can do it on your own. I'm in bed. Like, don't bother me. And so today, I don't even have to close my eyes for him. I was literally still texting something on my phone, and he walked in and he's like, good morning, Mom. And I said, good morning. I'm sleeping. And he just kind of turned his head and looked, and he's like, what? I said, I'm sleeping. He said, you're not sleeping. You're on your phone and you're talking to me. Why are you saying that you're sleeping? I'm like, no, this is a figment of your imagination. It's not real. I'm actually sleeping. You should go back to bed. Like, go back to bed. That's kind of how I was talking to him, and he's looking at me like, Ma, stop. Like, stop. I'm up. I'm not going back to bed. So it is what it is. So that's one thing that I've been doing for the past few years. And it ain't working out because my kids don't care. They'll literally like go get their blankets, come in the room, kind of get in where they can fit in. And if I'm in the room for most of my morning, they're in the room for most of my morning. So they kind of follow me wherever I go on a Saturday, which is sometimes cute and sometimes annoying, which is why I'm in the closet now, because although I'm in the home, they still don't want to give me kind of my free time. So I have to take it where I can get it, I guess. So that's the first thing that I noticed about my kids. Are you guys noticing that as well? And if you want to comment on this, you can definitely join my group. I have a Facebook group called Be My Mythic with Ereena George, where we can kind of expound on these topics, because I know I am not the only mom who is experiencing this. When the kids are younger, I get it, but once they get older, I didn't really expect for them to be like this now that they're older. You know, they get into those teenage years and they don't want to be bothered with you, but my kids are still like super up under me, so I can't be the only parent going through this. As a matter of fact, I know I'm not the only parent going through this, so drop a line, let me know what you're experiencing with your kids, and if they are doing it, do you like it? And if you don't like it, why not? And kind of how do you tell your kids, like, okay, I get you want to spend time with me, I get you want to be in my room, however, mommy needs this time to herself. How do you tell your kids that without hurting their feelings? Me personally, I just tell them to get out. They don't listen though. They don't listen. I can say get out 5 times and they'll still be in my room under their covers like, oh Ma, you know you don't want us to go. We're just going to go ahead and watch this show with you. So they don't get it. That's one thing that I'm kind of noticing with them. Another thing that I noticed, because I have 2 kids and their age difference is 3 years, the maturity level between the 2 of them and the way that they view the world is completely different. Like my 11-year-old is such an individual. He doesn't care about what people say about how he dresses, you know, what type of sneakers he wears. He's not focusing on how society views him yet. However, my 14-year-old is completely kind of focused on, I can't wear this and I can't wear that and I have to look this way and I have to look that way and my eyebrows can't be, you know, looking like 2 chinchillas sitting on my face. It's all about what everyone sees in her and kind of what she looks like, as opposed to my 11-year-old who's like give me some Pokemon. I don't care really about what type of sneakers, what's the name on the sneaker, unless they're cute and I like them, like I'm gonna wear them. He is completely different. And I would say it's because it's a boy and a girl, but I don't think that it's because it's a boy and a girl. I know it's because the 3-year difference between the 2 really show you kind of like rears his head when it comes to things like that. And that's interesting to me because I'm seeing that as well in my place of work. I work in alternative education with 6th through 12th graders, and you can see the different levels of maturity in some of these kids. And it's only a 2 to 3 year difference between them, but it's such a huge difference when it comes to the maturity level of the kids. So I'm noticing that in my kids, and I know that that's just kind of how it is when you have siblings and stuff like that. What I'm also noticing, and this is the last thing that I'll talk about, because this right here was just kind of like a quick tip check-in, like, oh, by the way, before we go into our next topic of discussion next week. I'm also noticing that my daughter is mean as hell to her brother, like mean. Okay, well, no, she wasn't expecting him. Yes, she did ask me to take him back when I brought him home from the hospital. However, it's been almost 12 years now. You would think that she's used to him. She's not. Like, she is super mean, and I have to remind her all the time, like, you know, when I'm not here and Dad's not here and we're dead and gone, it's just going to be you and your brother continuing our legacy, holding shit down, and at some point you're going to have to kind of treat him with a little bit more respect, the respect that he deserves, because it's not right the way that you're talking to him. And right now she doesn't get it. You know, her response is, oh yeah, that's my brother, he's fine, we're fine, everything is fine. But she doesn't understand that the words that she's saying to him, although he may seem like it's fine, the words that she's saying to him are sticking with him. Like they're sticking, and he'll bring it up at a different time. So right now, that's the dynamic in my house. Like, my daughter is going to be 15 soon, and she's like this scary monster. And then I have my son who's going to be 12 soon, and he's in this transition stage from, you know, kind of being baby but not baby, going into preteen. So I know there are things that are changing in him. He's more expressive now. He used to be kind of like an introvert. He is more expressive now, and that's changing every day when we talk to him and just kind of see how he interacts with us as his parents, how he interacts with his sister and other people. So that's changing every day. It's just interesting, though, because I love them a lot, but they get on my goddamn nerves. And I know that it's not just me, you know, Ereena, as a mom, thinking like, I love my kids. I really do. I really, really do. However, they get on my damn nerves. Like, all of my nerves, all of them. Each nerve, each and every single nerve is what my kids get on. They know how to press your buttons. They know, you know, to really when to dig in deep. When they got you, they know. They do it to their father all the time. It's so horrible. They do it to him all the time, and I try to tell him not to pay them any mind because they're just pressing all kinds of buttons on him because they know how to press them. It's horrible. Me, I just kind of ignore them. You know, they try to press buttons. I'm like, no, that button has been caulked up. It's no longer, you can't press it anymore. So let's try something else. And they try and they try, but they fail. You know, I go into situations with my kids knowing that I'm always going to come out the winner. So if you go into conversations and situations with your kids and you know that you're going to come out the winner, you will win. If you go into it with the mindset of this can go left or right, it's going to go left or right. That's usually what happens to my husband. And it's funny sometimes, but then it's not, because he gets super, super frustrated. But if he would just listen to me when I tell him that dealing with these kids nowadays is like playing a game of chess and not checkers, you really have to pay attention in order for you to go ahead and come out and have the queen at the end. If not, these kids will be holding the queen, they'll be holding the other queen, somebody else's queen, and everything will be in their hands if you're not careful. So I just wanted to come on and say, you know, real quick, and just kind of vent out as to what I've been experiencing in the last few weeks with my kids, or the last, I would say, year with my kids, and just to kind of see if you guys are experiencing this as well. So that is all for today. That is the show for today. Again, if you want to go ahead and keep this topic going, you can join me on my Facebook group, Be Momific with Ereena George, where we will continue to discuss this topic and other topics that have to do with moms. I will see you on the next episode of Mommy's Closet. Peace. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed the show. For more information about myself, Ereena George, or the Momific Group, be sure to check us out on our website, www.momific.life. That's MOMIFIC.life. You can also like us on Facebook at the Momific Group. See you next time.